No, go ahead, go ahead. All right, stop.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Prune Packer Baseball. Before we begin our game, let's have our starting lineups. We want to ask you to turn your gaze to the diamond for our first pitch. Katie Manat and Jacob Garcia. More than fitness, it's a way of life at Park Point. They are committed to the health and well-being of mind, body, and spirit. Our featured sponsors tonight, Park Point Health Club. Katie Manat and Jacob Garcia are going to be throwing out the first pitch. Of course, we know that Jacob has been here before. So we've got to give them a baseball. There we go, there we go. Hope you can throw one at a time, otherwise Carson's going to have a hard time out there. Jacob's been here before. Jacob used to live on this diamond back in the day. Beautiful job. Park Point Health Club, we'll talk about them. Our featured sponsors tonight, Katie Manat and Jacob Garcia, representing them tonight. Great job, both of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the historic Hillsburg Prune Packers and Recreation Park, we welcome you to Art McCaffrey Field and to the Clarence Ronovera Stadium. Tonight we welcome the Novato Knicks, taking on our Hillsburg Prune Packers. Let me start by introducing the starting lineup of the Knicks. For the Knicks, our center fielder number 28, David Hale. For the Knicks, our left fielder number 2, Brandon Herder. Shortstop for the Knicks, number 9, Anthony Pamilia. At third base for the Knicks, number 29, Marco Martinez. Catcher for the Knicks, number 14, Donnie Ratfield. First baseman for the Knicks, number 12, Trent Free. Second base for the Knicks, number 5, Nico Tejada. For the Knicks, DH, number 39, Braden Holiday. Right fielder for the Knicks, number 37, Wyatt Davis. And on the mound, pitching for the Novato Knicks, number 25, Tanner Kane, the Novato Knicks starting lineup. Now the starting lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers from Texas Tech, left fielder, number 18, Sam Hunt. From UC Santa Barbara, center fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom. From Cal State Northridge, third baseman, number 6, Joe Kramer. From Tennessee, DH number 20, Blake Berg. From Missouri, first baseman number 33, Torrin Montgomery. From the University of Portland, right fielder number 2, Sam Brown. From UC Berkeley, shortstop number 10, Carson Crawford. From St. Mary's, catcher number 7, Blake McDonald. From Texas Tech, second baseman number 12, Zach Vuletich. And out of mound from University of Connecticut, pitcher number 32, Devin Kirby. Hillsburg Prune Packers. Now, if you all please rise for the singing of our national anthem, Cecilia Brenner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the periled us fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Cecilia Brenner, fantastic. I told her she's the only one that says play ball afterwards. Great job. Glad to have Cecilia here tonight. Great way to start our evening. Also, tip of the cap to our bat and ball boys, Jacob Wood and his understudy, Ruben Fincher, coming out of the dugout. Good job, gentlemen. Glad to have you be part of our Prune Packer evening. Of course, our featured sponsors tonight, Park Point Fitness Club. Through innovative fitness and lifestyle programs, their friendly professional staff will inspire and support you in your commitment to enhancing your quality of your life. Park Point, fantastic sponsors. We'll be talking more about them tonight. Thank you.
Game number 32 of the 2022 season upon us, and the CCL North leading Healdsburg Prune Packers take a break from league play to take on the Novato Knicks of the Norm Thompson Pacific Baseball League. Hello and welcome to the broadcast on the Prune Packers YouTube channel. I'm Hayden Weber alongside Andy Campbell. Prune Packers are winners of 5 straight, 17 in a row at home.
Leading off the top of the first inning for the Knicks.
Finish off
Center
the
fielder number
4-game
28,
homestand sweep
David Hale.
here to win tonight.
On the mound here for the start, we have Devin Kirby.
Devin is normally a reliever, but making his first start of the summer here tonight. Devin has had a fantastic season so far. Has worked to a 2.76 ERA in 13 innings of work. He's punched out 16. First pitch of the ball game misses. First time the first pitch, 6:05 p.m. Saturday night in Healdsburg.
And this is not the first time Joey Gomes has.
One grounded into right field for a leadoff knock. That was Damon Hale, the starting center fielder.
Next for the Knicks, left fielder number 2, Brandon Herter.
We saw this last night with Cherry that when these relievers are performing, Joey Gomes has no problem with giving them the opportunity to get a start on the mound.
Your first game of the day?
Yes.
Our third.
Yeah.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Herter. First pitch is in for a strike. Kirby's got a fastball slider combination, steps off, looking the runner back to first. Fastball. It's called a strike on the outer part of the plate, and the count's 0-2. This is a somewhat limited Novato Knicks roster. This one fouled back to the screen. The majority of their team is playing a doubleheader right now in Sonoma. So this is somewhat of a condensed roster that the Packers are facing. This one lifted out to right. That's Sam Brown out there. He's got it for out number 1.
Next to the Knicks, shortstop number 9, Anthony Pavilla.
As you mentioned, a condensed roster today, which we think will benefit the Packers. They won in their only other head-to-head competition against the Knicks this year, but it was a tight extra innings game where the Packers won 12-11.
Here's the shortstop, Anthony Pamiglia. First pitch misses downstairs, ball 1. Here's the defensive alignment for the Prune Packers. We'll get that to you after. We'll get that right now. Take a look at it on your screen.
Notice Holcroft not in center today. Sundstrom getting the call.
This one grounded right side and into the outfield for a base hit. Hale's going to round second, head to third. And it's a 1-out knock for Pamiglia.
Next for the Knicks, third baseman number 29, Marco Martinez.
Runners at the corners early, not what Kirby was looking for in his first start of the year. But with one out, we'll see if he can maybe work a double play, get out of his jam. Packers are known to strand lots of runners.
Very good at keeping runs off the board and rarely see a big inning against the Prune Packers. First pitch to Marco Martinez is in for a strike. Packers are coming off a 12-5 win over the Sonoma Stompers last night. They've won 5 straight overall. This one fouled back to the screen. Won 17 straight here at home. Sporting a 20-1 record. Here's the 0-2 from Kirby. Punch to the right side and foul.
And as I mentioned, the Packers going for their 18th home win in a row this season. Just been fantastic here at the Dome.
Here's the 0-2 to Martinez. This is outside. McDonald gets a glove on it. Runner coming home. And he's tagged out. Who needs a glove? Blake McDonald had the ball in his bare hand and tags out Damon Hale trying to come home on the wild pitch.
And it was a close play, and as you said, just that effort with the barehanded snag off the ground and then ranges across the plate for the tag when you saw that Kirby wasn't get there in time. Tremendous athleticism there from McDonald.
An even better break. Familia stayed put over there at first. 1-2 on the way, and it's in for a call third strike. Kirby gets into an early jam, but doesn't allow a run to score. Prune Packers looking to get it going in the bottom of the first.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning with the Prune Packers from Texas Tech, left field number 18, Sam Hunt.
We're in the bottom of the first inning. Prune Packers and Novato Knicks scoreless. On the mound for Novato is the right-handed pitcher Tanner Kane. Sets to face Sam Hunt to get things started here. In the bottom of the first.
And they're going to be looking to jump on early. They sort of lucked out to play at the plate early in the top of the first, and now wanting to take advantage of the opportunity to get ahead early as this one rides outside for ball one.
And it's Washington.
Interesting set position for Tanner Kane. He works out of the stretch. Kind of comes down into a crouch. Stays really low. That one misses downstairs.
And at the end of the day, pitching is one of the most aggressive, hard to locate throws that you can do with that big windup, and some guys prefer to keep it a little simpler, keep it more down close to the ground.
You can't. Absolutely.
This one fouled back to the backstop. Sam Hunt's been getting a lot of playing time as of late. Since Braden Runyon has been out of the lineup for the last week or so.
And this is a great roster, looking for that opportunity to step up, now batting .310 on the year, looking really good at the plate.
Pitch misses outside. Hunt batting .310. He's kind of quietly gotten that average up really good these last couple of games.
This was a much better scenario.
Here's the next pitch. And this is for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Sam Hunt.
Santa Barbara center fielder number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
That's what you want from your leadoff, getting a runner on base, working a lot of pitches there early.
Can I take a minute, but I tell you I'm living.
CCL home run leader Jared Sundstrom.
I'ma try to leave out the kid. Pull up in that Bentley with no head.
So Hunt has now reached safely in 14 straight games. Here's Sundstrom. Looks at a strike there. And it's a 7-game hitting streak for Sam Hunt, so we'll see if he can add to that here tonight. Here's the 0-1 to the CCL home run leader. Runs upstairs. Sundstrom's batting .320, 9 homers, 23 driven in. Leads the team with 19 walks. Hunt gets his lead at first, dancing around over there. Slider breaks off the plate, 2 on the count.
And as you mentioned, racking up a lot of walks this year, and as also leading not only the team but the league in home runs. It's nice to see that patience from a big power hitter.
He's not just trying to go up there and hit home runs. He always has a good at bat, draws lots of walks. Always gives you a very unselfish at bat every time he's up there.
We really like to see that, and then when he can recognize that he can take it out with that pitch, he jumps on those opportunities frequently.
Here's the 3-1. Sundstrom lifts it right side, shallow right field, coming in on it is the right fielder Wyatt Davis, and he's got
batting for the Prune Packers from Cal State Northridge, third baseman number 6, Joe Kramer.
Here's number 2 in CCL home runs. It's Joe Kramer. Chance to pull into a tie here. Gives it a ride. Deep center field. Going back towards the ivy and making the catch is Hale. Hunt took off with the pitch. He was all the way around second. He'll have to hustle back into
first. DH number 20, Blake Berg.
With that first pitch of the game, he's not able to get as far as he would like. Easy play in center field.
Well, I can tell you right now, I had a chance to catch up with Joe after the game last night. He is well aware of what's going on. He is hot on the tails of not only his good friend, but his roommate, Jared Sundstrom. Here's Blake Berg. That is lots of fun competition, friendly rivalry going on there. 1 on the count. 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blake's batting .280, homered 4 times, leads the team with 30 RBI. Hunt takes off with the pitch, misses upstairs. The throw is inside. first. We head to the second. We're still
Well,
scoring.
our featured sponsor tonight, Park Point Health Club. They've opened their doors to the Prune Packers, allowing these young athletes to come and participate at no cost. They've been doing it for a number of years, and we can't thank them enough. Our featured sponsor tonight, Park Point Health Club, right here in Hillsburg. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Knicks, the catcher, number 13, Johnny Ratfield.
Now Devin Kirby got out of the jam to end the top of the first inning. See if he can ride some of that momentum here going up against 5, 6, 7 in the Nevada next order. Starting with the catcher, Johnny Ratfield. Johnny Ratfield, Trent Free, Nico Tejada due up for Nevada. First pitch misses for ball one.
And yeah, this guy's not normally a starter, but that's that starter capability of working out of jams early if you want some longevity.
Yeah, that was showed some of that reliever metal right there, getting out of a runners at the corners and one out situation. Got some help with Damon Hill making maybe a unwise decision to crash home. This one back up the middle for another leadoff single for Nevada.
Batting for the Knicks, first baseman number 12, Trent Free.
Yeah, I didn't think the ball got far away enough from Blake McDonald, but not sure if that was his call or the third base coach to send him on home, but was tagged out pretty easily by Blake McDonald.
You see a lot of successful play at the plates from the Packers. We talk about the need to be aggressive on the base pass to try to get ahead, and any scoring opportunities that the Packers may allow, few and far between.
It's a great point. We've seen a lot of teams threaten early, but as the game goes on, the Packers just take over. Free chops it back up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Crawford. He throws to first in time, but Ratfield makes it into second.
Next batter for the Knicks, second baseman number 5, Nico Tejada.
Carson has played at third, second, and now short during this homestand. He's really bounced all over that infield.
Oh, and you've got a glove as good as his, you can really fit into any spot in the defensive arrangement that you need to.
First pitch to Nico Tejada is in for a strike. One hit back up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman, Vuletic throws across his body in time. Well, not in time. What was the ruling on the field? Is safe.
Now batting for the Knicks, DH number 39, Braden Holiday.
Well, they're a little bit of a blind spot there at first base on our end. The pillar blocking the bag from our vantage point.
So that was the first base coach there call safe, and it looks like the umpire agreed with him.
That's another thing. Only a two-man umpire crew here tonight.
And there's a lot of ground to cover when you're officiating. We'll see if that comes into play today.
Up to bat is the designated hitter, Braden Holiday.
My goodness, I had to shower and get myself together.
So runners at the corners, 1 out for Novato. Swing and a miss.
And Kirby's going to need to continue to work the strike zone. That's something that Joey Gomes is really looking forward to seeing, just a lot of strikes from this guy, and he's going to need that if he wants to go late into this one.
Fastball misses outside, 2-2 to count. Standing on deck is the right fielder, Wyatt Davis. Into right field, and it gets down for a base hit. Ratfield comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Knicks.
Now batting for the Knicks, right fielder, number 37, Wyatt Davis.
There's the first run of the game and a quick lead for the Knicks. I believe in their last game, they started the game off with, I believe, a 6-run lead, something along those lines.
The Packers got ahead first. It was 1-0, and then Novato strung 6 together in the second. We're up 6-1 in the early going.
Here we are in the second inning, hoping to prevent anything like that from happening.
First pitch to Wyatt Davis misses upstairs. Well, these Novato Knicks, this is a good team. They're 10-4 on the season. This is one of the better non-league teams the Packers are going to see all year.
And Joey Gomes, he's played this team many times before in the past years. He says this might be the toughest look that they've had in their entire time against the Packers.
Davis lifts it up left side and foul. 1-2 to count. Holiday, the runner at first. He drove in Ratfield with an RBI single, and then Nico Tejada's in at second. Here's the 1-2, and it's in for a called third strike.
Coming to the plate now for the Knicks, their center fielder, number 28, David Hale.
What'd you see on that strikeout?
Well, what I saw is command of his pitches, and that's what's going to be really important. Got ahead early. That's another thing that you see a lot with these strikeouts is count leverage. And he did just that.
2 down for Damon Hale. Fastball is in for a strike. One shot, left side. Kramer fields, throws, in time for out number 3. And not before Novato gets on the board first with an RBI single.
In baseball history,
See if the Packers can respond, trailing 1-0. We head to
in a newspaper called the New York
second coming up
Clipper,
after the break.
it's believed to be the first tabulated box score of a baseball game, noting how the Knickerbockers beat the Gothams. 1853, 169 years ago, the first box score in a newspaper. This day in baseball history.
Let's stop living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm wanting to dance since we've been alone. Let's move on to go crazy, crazy. Keep on hoping we can't by the ocean. Run for me, baby. I'll be with you, baby. I'll be your home. Let's move on to go crazy, crazy. Keep on hoping we can't
up out of the second inning for the Prune Packers from Tennessee, DH number 20, Blake Burke.
4-5-6 set to get it going for the Prune Packers in the bottom of the second, trailing 1-0 to the Novato Knicks. And Blake Burke was at the plate when Sam Hunt was thrown out at second to end the first. He will do battle with Tanner Kane once again here.
Burke, as we talked about, leading the team in RBIs with 30 now.
First pitch misses way outside. Now Blake was in a little bit of a tough stretch, but has really broke out of that here in the last couple of games. He went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles against the Crawdads a couple days ago. And he walked once in 3 at-bats last night against the Stompers. This pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Blake famously hit 3 home runs in 1 game against this very team. Gets a piece of that one. 2-2 the count. And he's got 4 homers on the year. And he hasn't hit a home run since that game on June 22nd.
In spite of that, the power and the hard contact has stayed the same.
Reaches down to get that one. Fouls it right back, and the count remains 2-2.
Pretty solid approach there with 2 strikes. Not only attempting to put that into play, but just rather prevent that outside strike call.
2-2. This is outside, the count's full. After Blake's first week or so, it's when we really started noticing teams pitching him differently. Almost nothing inside. Sends this one out to center field. Hale's under it. And he's got it.
Cover the plate now for the Prune Packers from Missouri. First baseman, number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
I know it's frustrating a little bit with that result, but it was a pretty solid hit count and not bad. That's what you want from the Prune.
Yeah. Again, case in point, working good deep counts. Made solid contact with it, but couldn't find a gap. Here's Torrin Montgomery. First pitch misses. And this could very well be it for Torrin with the MLB draft coming up. We're told this could be his final day as a Prune Packer.
And after leading the team to the championship last year, I'm sure he's very pleased to be able to see his last bit of his college career with the Packers. Currently has recorded a hit in all home games that he's played this year with 8, and he'll be looking to extend that in potentially his final one here tonight.
Torrin at 348. He's homered twice. Here's the 2-1. And it runs inside and gets a piece of him.
How about the University of Portland, right fielder number 2, Sam Brown.
Well, it's only his 13th game this summer. It's already the 4th time he's been hit by a pitch. Somewhat prone to getting beamed.
And I think it might be those big, broad shoulders, a really big target there for the pitchers.
First pitch to Sam Brown's a strike.
So we do see a lot of bean balls here in Healdsburg, and we've talked about it before. with the plate approach of the Prune Packers. A lot of them crowding towards the inside part of the box.
Brown lifts this one, shallow right field, and it is not quite caught out there by Davis. And that's going to be a base hit for Sam Brown.
Now batting from UC Berkeley, shortstop, number 10, Carson Crawford.
Looked like maybe in and out of the glove. It was a sliding attempt over there by Wyatt Davis. But Sam Brown gets credited with the hit, first of the ball game for the Packers. And that'll bring up the red-hot shortstop, Carson Crawford.
Well, he's been looking great out there offensively. We know he's always good for a defensive glove, but now with coming off a 2 RBI double yesterday against the Stompers, and as you mentioned, just been looking ferocious at the plate in these last few games.
Hit safely in 3 straight. 5 for his last 10 with a homer and 6 RBI. He's off the pitch off the plate. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Now with Carson, he credits everything to Joey Gomes. Despite the slow start, kept believing in himself and rips this one into left field, and it gets down for a base hit. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Montgomery scores. They're going to wave Sam Brown. Here's the throw. It's not in time. Carson Crawford's at it again. 2 more RBI, and he gives the Packers a 2-1 lead.
Now batting from St. Mary's, catcher number 7, Blake McDonald.
And there with another 2 RBI double, we can safely say that this so-called slow start is far behind for Carson Crawford.
He has just been lighting it up at the plate. And over these last few games, nobody has had an answer. Here's Blake McDonald. First pitch misses inside. So 2 home already here in the inning for the Packers. 1 out. Kane steps off. Well, despite giving up the lead first, as usual, no panic whatsoever. It's the 1-0. Crawford takes off. The throw gets away from the third baseman into left field. And Crawford scores easily. It's 3-1. Getting Crawford in motion pays off. He comes in to score. 3-0 the count to Blake McDonald.
We've talked about this time and time again. Usually the Packers are good to get an early lead, but when the game is close, you've got the plus wheels up and down the lineup, and it really paid off with a run there.
And Blake McDonald works a 4-pitch walk.
Comes left, we'll take another great walk opportunity. 13 on the year with 9 strikeouts on the season. Find yourself in the 9-hole. It's really nice to be able to know it's not over. A lot of pitchers start to pitch through the 9-hole, but being able to still work those walks is really important.
Zach always gives a great at bat. I think that's why we usually either see him at leadoff or in the 9 spot. Kind of serves as a second leadoff man, if you will, the bottom of the order. Yeah, Zach has been fantastic. He arrived here in Healdsburg a little bit late.
Now batting for the Prune Packers from Texas Tech, second baseman number 12, Zach Volatich.
Zach has hit 275, 2 homers. He's also got a double and a triple. He's driven in 13. Now in his 20th game with the Packers this season. 3-1 Prune Packers in the bottom of the second. Blake McDonald gets his lead at first. First pitch to Vuletic is in for a strike. Kane comes set, kicks and fires. Vuletic hits it hard, left side. Fielded over there, throw to second for one. Return to first is in time to complete the 5-4-3 inning-ending double play.
Sponsors tonight.
Packers get three to take the lead. It's 3-1.
More than fitness, it's a way of life. One of their core values is excellence. They are dedicated to upholding the highest standards as a staff and a facility in their customer service and programming, and as members of their community. Core values. Great sponsor at Park Point Health Club tonight. Leading out, top of the third inning for the Knicks. The left fielder, number 2, Brandon Herder.
Evan Kirby back out for his third inning of work and his first start of the season. And now has a 2-run lead to work with. It's 3-1 Prune Packers over the Nevada Knicks. And he is set to face the 2-3-4 Brandon Herder, Anthony Pamilia, and Marco Martinez. First pitch of the inning, grounded over to first. Montgomery's got it, steps on the bag for out number 1.
Now coming to the plate for the Knicks, shortstop, number 9, Anthony Pamilia.
The second time through the order here, and so far no troubles for Kirby. We'll see if the rest of the lineup is able to make an adjustment to that big slider.
It is a devastating pitch. Here's Pamilia. He's 1 for 1.
There'll be a quick step off the mound, readjusts, and comes set. There you go.
There's a strike. This one hit hard to short. Crawford fields. Throws to first on the money for out number 2.
Batting for the Knicks, third baseman, number 29, Marco Martinez.
It's got to be nice for these Packers pitchers knowing you've got such great defense behind you. You don't have to press too much. First pitch to Martinez, lined into center field for a 2-out hit.
And as you mentioned again with that great
Next for the
defense,
Knicks, catcher number 14, Donnie Hatfield.
contact pitcher, be able to just try to work ground balls and knowing that your middle infield is fantastic, your corners are fantastic, and you're always able to get those easy outs. You don't have to work for the KO as much.
1 on, 2 outs for the catcher Donnie Ratfield. He's 1 for 1. Came around to score in the second. First pitch, grounded right back to the mound. Kirby Fields flips to first in time, and that'll end the inning.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, next Tuesday, Major League Baseball will be having its All-Star game on Wednesday. The California Collegiate League will be having its All-Star Showcase game. 9 Prune Packers have been selected for the All-Stars: Joe Kramer, Jared Sundstrom, Jake Holcroft, Jonas Seabrink, Kimball Schuessler, Blake Burke, Sam Startenbell, Kayla Noah, Morgan Wright, 9 Prune Packers to the All-Star game next Wednesday down in Southern California. Gentlemen, we'll be flying down there to play that game next Wednesday. Congratulations to them all. Leading off, top of the third inning for the Prune Pack, bottom of the third inning for the Prune Packers from Texas Tech, left fielder Ray Team, Sam Hunt.
Prune Packers up 3-1 on the Nevada Knicks here in the bottom of the third inning. Still with the righty Tanner Kane on the mound. On for his third inning of work. Sam Hunt's walked his first time up, was caught stealing to end the first. I know Sam's been feeling good at the plate this summer. Enjoying the transition from Walnut Creek to Healdsburg. Not common that you see a lot of movement in summer ball. Usually guys commit to a team and stay there. But for Sam, lines one into center field for a base hit right there. It was a good choice for him. He's really enjoyed the
BC Santa Barbara center fielder,
the Prune Packers
number
had to
11,
offer.
Jared Sundstrom.
Move over's been very good. He gets a base hit there to extend his hitting streak.
And as you mentioned, you see a lot of movement in sort of college summer ball, but because of that,
Can I take a minute? But I tell you,
on rosters, there is that flexibility if you're not liking the club that you're with or you want a fresh look, but there's always that opportunity for players to take.
First pitch to Sundstrom, runs in and gets him on the arm. The first two reach here against Kane in the third.
Now batting from Cal State Northridge, third baseman, number 6, Joe Kramer.
And with that, let's take a look at the current home run leaders for the Packers. Joe Kramer rides in second with 8.
Lines this one to third, and it's caught by Martinez. Out number 1.
Now batter from Tennessee, DH, number 20, Blake Burke.
Joe Kramer is, as you may have heard before the broadcast, one of the many All-Stars headed to the CCL Showcase. We'll have that list for you coming up. Here's Blake Burke. He's 0 for 1. 2 on and 1 out.
He worked a good count last time, but now with the runners on,
And Burke launches to right. It is back and it is gone. Home run number 5 for Blake Burke on this summer. And once again, rounds the bases against the Novato Knicks. 4 of his 5 homers have come against this team. And the 3-run shot gives the Packers a 6-1 lead.
Back over to the plate for the Prune Packers in Missouri. First baseman number 33, Prune Montgomery.
Stuff there, as you mentioned, is a little cold in the home run charts, but has been looking great against the Novato Knicks in their 2 appearances. Big 3-run shot to extend the lead 6-1.
With that, adds 3 more RBI to his total.
33 with 5 home runs on the year now. Ties for 3rd with Braden running for most home runs on the team.
And Blake Burke is now the CCL leader in RBI. He just overtook Ryan Brome at the Crawdads.
And you love to see that. He's always productive with runners on, and case in point with that RBI leadership in the CCL.
And Montgomery follows it up by working a 4-pitch walk.
Bean on the first pitch, now followed by 4 pitches.
Now batting for University of Portland, right fielder number 2, Sam Brown.
And that's going to do it for Tanner Kane in this game. Packers jumped all over him in the first 2+ innings. 6-1 lead. We'll have the new Novato pitcher for you in just a moment. We'll be right back after the break.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or our mountains should crumble to the sea.
Coming to pitch for the Knicks, number 15, Alex Valashek.
No, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me.
And once again, University of Portland, number 2, Sam Brown.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Still in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Packers have plated 3 runs, courtesy of the Blake Burke 3-run shot. 1 out, Torrin Montgomery the runner at first. Sam Brown jumps on the first pitch he sees, sending it deep to left, and it is caught on a run out there by Herder for out number 2.
Batting next to UC Berkeley, shortstop, number 10, Carson Crawford.
Yeah, I think it was the right call there to pull him. I mean, they didn't pull him right after the home run, but once you start shooting around the zone, kind of 4-pitch walk, I think that's the right one.
The new pitcher is Alex Valashek. And Tanner Kane really struggled. Final line for him. Well, it's not officially final because he is responsible for Torrin Montgomery over at first. First pitch to Carson Crawford, misses outside. He did go 2 1/3, didn't punch out a single batter and walked 3, giving up 4 hits and 6 runs. There is a potential for a 7th if Montgomery comes in to score. 1-1 the count on Crawford. Doubled and drove in 2 his last time up. Pickoff moved to first. Montgomery's back in time. One foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Packers have had their way with non-CCL competition. Undefeated so far to this point. Hasn't exactly been easy. There have been a couple close games here and there, but Carson Crawford strikes out, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Packers add 3
Ladies and
to their
gentlemen,
lead.
there are
They're up
33
6-1.
members
We'll be
of
back
the
with the top of the
3,000
fourth.
hit club in Major League Baseball. In this day in baseball history, the first one at the age of 45 in 1897, Cap Anson hits the first 3,000 hit. To become the first major leaguer to get 3,000 hits, there will be 32 after Cap Hansen, 1897, first baseball player to get 3,000 hits. Yeah. Coming to pitch for the Prune Packers from Concordia, number 34, Kalen Bogarski. Hitting out the top of the 4th inning for the Knicks. First baseman, number 12, Trent Free.
New pitcher on for the Prune Packers in the top of the 4th is Kalen Bogarski out of Concordia. Kaden's in his 3rd outing with the Prune Packers this season. His 2nd relief appearance. He's worked 7 innings to this point, punched out 9 batters. And worked to 8.5 ERA.
He's looking pretty solid in a short time with the Prune Packers. And we'll see what he can do with this 3rd relief outing here.
Can rack up strikeouts and rack them up quick. First pitch to Trent Free runs inside. He punched out 7 batters in 3 innings of work in his season debut. That was back on June 26th. Prudence at his best when he's pounding the strike zone. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
He's got that great quick release, sort of lower release, but still a little over the top. George takes it right from the shoulder and fires it.
Got him. Fastball on the outside corner. One up, one down, one strikeout. For Bogarski out the third.
Tejada.
And that's what you want from the quick strikeout work.
And as always, must be a joy for Dick Bogarski, our PA announcer and team president, to watch his grandson out there on the mound. These next 2 batters, Nico Tejada and Braden Holiday, both have hits in their first plate appearances. Tejada singled off Devin Kirby in the second. This one lifted, shallow right field. Coming in on it is Brown, and he's got it for out number 2.
Batting for the Knicks, DH number 39, Braden Holiday.
2-pitch out for Bogarski. Good job out there to put a glove on it for Brown. And he faces his 3rd batter, a 3rd opportunity. 4 now.
2 outs on 6 pitches. First pitch to Braden Holiday. Misses off the plate, inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
James got some great force on the mound. You can hear him grunt a little bit.
There's a foul tip into the mid of. There's the 0-1. Foul back to the backstop, and once again, Bogarski jumps in front of a batter. He's
Jacob
ahead
Wood
1-2.
to the rescue there. Good job, Jacob.
Nobody on, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Popped up, back, and off the roof. Due up for the Prune Packers in the bottom of the 4th. Blake McDonald, Zach Wuletich, Sam Hunt. Bogarski looks in and comes set. Strike away from a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. And it bounces in front of McDonald for ball 2. Here's the next pitch. Hit into left. And it is caught out there in left field. It was a diving effort for Sam Hunt.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Robs
during
Braden
the first
Holiday
week
of a
of
base hit.
June,
It's a 1-2-3
arriving
inning
on
for David
planes,
Bogarski, and
trains,
the
and
Packers
automobiles.
are still up
All of the
6-1.
Prune Packers arrive in
to the
Hillsburg.
bottom of the 4th,
And
coming
we
up after
can't
the
thank
break.
our host families who open their doors to these young collegiate athletes. Tip of the cap, and thank you to all of our 2022 host families. Fantastic to have you with us. Packers from St. Mary's, catcher number 7, Blake McDonald.
Baby.
Blake McDonald up to the plate. Once again with Balashek on the mound for the Novato Knicks. Packers up 6. Speed pitch misses downstairs. 1-0 the count. Well, Balashek did his teammate Tanner Kane a solid. Stranded Torrin Montgomery on first. McDonald pops this one up right side. Second baseman Tejada's under it, and he's got it.
Now batting for the Prune Packers from Texas Tech. Second baseman number 12, Zach Vuletich.
Yeah, it's 50. What's the deal? Yeah, what's the deal? Listen, little homie, it rains a cold.
Vuletich grounded into a 5-4-3 double play to end the second, his first time up. Plays off the first pitch for ball one. One popped up behind the plate and hits behind us. Didn't hit off the roof, but it hit something. And the count. Zach, a senior at Texas Tech out of Rockwall, Texas. Fastball misses low and away. 2 on the count. This one driven deep left center. It is back, and it is gone. There's a solo shot for Zach Vuletich. It's his third of the year, and it's 7-1 back.
To see that big pop out of the bottom of the order there, absolutely nuked off the bat.
Well, there is some confusion because there's a little notch in left center field, right where that goalpost is, just to the right of the flagpole.
Yeah, it looked like I did see the center fielder throw his hands.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion. I don't know if we've seen it there. I know when it bounces, obviously in play and out of play, you got a ground rule double, but it went straight into there.
We'll see what the fielding umpire decides to rule it, whether or not it'll be a ground rule double. Looks like he's holding up 2, and they'll send him back to second.
There's the call. So Vuletich,
Ground rule double.
still credited with the extra
The
base
unique
hit.
aspects of Recreation Park. Zach Vuletich with a ground rule double. Now coming to the plate from Texas Tech left fielder number 18, Sam Hunt.
We get it almost every night. And when that moon gets so big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody.
Now reached in 7 of his last 8. And here's his Texas Tech teammate, Sam Hunt. He's 1 for 1. Really nice breaking ball. Backdoored into the strike zone. 0-1 the count.
As I mentioned, just being looking very quality, very consistent up at the plate.
One hit over to second. Fielded by Tejada. And throws to first in time for the out. And Vuletich makes it into third.
Now batting for UC Santa Barbara, center fielder number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
2-out RBI opportunity for Jared Sundstrom.
Can I take a minute? But I tell you why I'm living. Yeah, I'd rather show you the critics. I'ma try to leave out the kill.
Arguably the best 2-out hitter on the team. Seems to always thrive in these situations. First pitch gets away from the catcher. And Vuletich scores easily from third, and it's 7-1.
Looks like that pop just off the very bottom of the knee guard there, straight up. A very good way. Catcher could not even figure out where it went, and it's actually very safe.
That went straight up in the air. This pitch misses downstairs.
And that's where that...
At least had a productive out from Sam Hunt, grounding over to second.
Yeah, and that's where that comes into play. You know, there's a guy on third. All of a sudden, you get a run across instead of just having a guy on third, still 2 outs.
Absolutely. 3-0 the count to Sundstrom. Kramer stands on deck. Sundstrom taken all the way. 3-1 the count.
And he's too patient of a hitter to swing at 3-0, but we have seen some green lights given in these counts before by Joey Jones.
Sundstrom to left. Is gone. Tenth of the year for Sundstrom. Now with a 2-homer pad on Kramer for the CCL lead. Some words between the two as he crosses the plate.
Next, Cal State Northridge,
It is
third base number
8-1
6.
Packers.
Joe
In the fourth.
First batter in the CCL that hit double digits in home runs. What a way to do that. That ball is pieced long gone across the street out and left.
We've already had a long day.
I've had a long day. Game number 3. I think they were 7 innings.
How did they do? I know they won the
We won
one.
both.
Here's Joe Kramer. Let's see how he can respond.
As you mentioned, some words exchanged there. Perhaps
Friendly
a little bit
words,
of
of course.
Friendly
Yeah,
razzing,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
Eric probably said, "Good luck catching me, buddy." 1-2 the count on Kramer. 2 home in the inning for the Packers, now with an 8-1 lead. Swing and a miss. That'll end the inning, but the
For
Packers...
this day in baseball
Jared
history,
Sundstrom hits his 10th of the year.
1914.
8-1 will be right back at the top of the
Babe
fifth.
Ruth gets his first loss as a Boston pitcher. 6 years later, 1920, on this day, July 16th, Babe Ruth becomes the first major leaguer to hit 30 home runs in a season. He will end the year with 54 as the live ball era begins. 1914 to 1920, Babe Ruth. Leading off the top of the fifth inning for the Knicks, the right fielder, number 37, Wyatt Davis.
And I know I'll make you cry, but girl, my love is true. I'm gonna find my wallet and my way back home. We're gonna make this day a little bit of a dance. It's a minute, I slow it down, all this to pass.
Caden Bogarski is set to face Wyatt Davis, the 9-hole hitter, to start off the top of the fifth, now working with an 8-1 lead. First pitch to Davis is in for a strike.
I'd like to take a brief moment to thank Park Point Health Clubs for their fantastic facilities and for being today's sponsor, Park Point Health Clubs.
Still a little bit of baseball to go here tonight, but looks like maybe another lopsided victory on the horizon for the Prune Packers. Still early and don't want to speculate, but man, that Sundstrom-Kramer home run battle has been a treat to watch and will continue to be, regardless of the score in any game.
Almost certainly, and what a way to reach double digits. I was pondering a little bit earlier not only who would end up with highest, but who would crack that 10 first, and there it happened with that big pull from Sundstrom.
3-1 to Davis. Bounces off the glove of McDonald for ball 4.
Now batting for the Knicks, our center fielder, number 28, David Hale.
Lineup flips over. Here's Damon Hale. He's 1 for 2. Again, this is a little bit of a different Novato Knicks team than we saw about a month ago. A very condensed roster, and this organization, they played 3 games today, so they're really just grinding it out.
As you mentioned, a lot of games that can be timed. You can stretch your roster.
Well, you love to see the guys embrace the grind. That's what it's all about.
This season for a lot of players is for the reps. And the only way to get reps is by playing games, and they do just that.
0-2 the count on Damon Hale. Here's the pitch. This is low. 1-2. Pitch gets away from McDonald, but it ricochets right back to him. The throw to second. Well, it took a fortuitous bounce for Blake McDonald, but no chance to get Wyatt Davis.
And off that bounce, it looked like he might have an attempt there, but still a little high. And again, with that pass ball, was a little late.
Come up by himself, and I'm like,
So now a runner in scoring position with nobody on. 2-2 the count on Damon Hale. He calls time. Bogarski misses outside. And the count is full.
An important out opportunity here with a runner at second.
Payoff pitch. Foul tip into the mid of McDonald for a strikeout.
Batting for the Knicks, left fielder number 2, Brandon Herder.
That's where having that good glove behind the dish really comes into play with a very inside pitch, and as you mentioned, foul tip, was still able to get a glove on it and get that strikeout.
Blake McDonald was used a lot at DH last summer. First pitch to Herder, lifted to the left side and foul. Now in his second year with the Prune Packers, getting a lot more reps behind the plate. And was far and away the primary catcher before Kimball Schusler arrived. And even with Kimball here, he's still playing basically every day. Here's a swing and a miss. If it's not behind the plate, it's a DH. But continues to give the Packers solid all-around production behind the plate.
And that's a good thing, especially with this summer ball club, to get those reps and to perform day in and day out in an important spot as this one.
Herder lifts it to right. Brown's under it. He's got it for out number 2. Davis heads to third, and he's in with the slide.
Now batting for the Knicks, shortstop, number 9, Anthony Pavilla.
They do to get an advance there, but 2 outs on. Caden Noah, my mistake, Caden Rogarski, looking to still get out of this one unscathed.
He's got to face the number 3 hitter in the Knicks lineup, Anthony Panilia. He's 1 for 2. First pitch is in for a strike. Great fastball command from Ugarski as always.
And that's important stuff, especially with getting ahead in the count, just being able to rock that first pitch right in the zone with authority.
Another fastball finds the zone, and he jumps ahead 0-2.
0-2 now, and 2 blown passes can pretty much do anything with this next one. We'll see what he goes with.
2 down in the inning. 0-2 on the way. Shot foul. Back towards the third base dugout. Due up for the Packers. And Sam Brown.
Nice and meaty part of the order leading off.
Over to short. Crawford fields on a hop. Throws over to first in time. And that'll end the inning. Packers strand a runner in third. They're still up 8-1. Right back. Bottom of the fifth.
The Park Point clubs are very generous in their support of Sonoma County community and make contributions to local causes on a regular basis through the clubs and their employees and their members. They support causes ranging from food and clothing drives to hosting events that raise funds for all sorts of charities. Check out their website and see all of the wonderful ways that Park Point supports all of their communities. Our featured sponsors, Park Point Health Club. Leading out, bottom of the fifth inning with the Prune Packers from Tennessee, DH number 20, Blake Bird.
We're here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Packers up 8-1 on the Novato Knicks. And Blake Burt goes for 2. Let's see if he can get it done.
And we'll look to see more of that out of him in this at-bat.
It's a breaking. Blake Burke just continues with the godly numbers against the Novato Knicks. So 4 of his 5 home runs against this team.
That's an impressive feat, especially when you're not seeing the same pitchers every time, day in and day out. And even if you do see the same matchup, it's very impressive to get it out against his team so efficiently as he beat up there.
Back from Missouri, first baseman number 33, Torrin Montgomery.
Another guy who has gaudy numbers against another team. Torrin Montgomery, I remember against the Fresno A's. Absurd numbers. Well, I'm gonna miss Torrin Montgomery, the walk-up song, the great all-around player he is, and with that, Andy, I believe we can expect some roster changes on the horizon.
that we can, especially some guys going towards the draft. Elijah Birdsong has already declared, as well as Jonah Sebring. And you know, Joey Gomes still extends back to these players if they don't make the draft spot that they want, or they decide to bow out or don't make it in the round. So it is a shorter draft than we have seen in previous years. And so he's always willing to extend that hand back to finish off the season here for some of these players.
And those are a couple key guys to this team. Jonah Sebring will really be missed.
Almost certainly, you know. Joey talked about that they don't play every day. You know, they don't pitch every day, and so this team will so hopefully be having that depth as this one.
University of Portland now batting right fielder number 2, Sam Brown.
Thorne Montgomery has reached in all 3 plate appearances and continues to stake ownership here at Rec Park, where nobody has been able to get him out. Here's Sam Brown. Breaking ball finds the zone. And then you mentioned Birdsong. Birdsong was fantastic this summer. Whatever capacity, whatever role he was pitching, starting. He always came out there throwing hard, throwing strikes. So he will be missed as well. But good luck to everyone headed off to the draft. And like you mentioned, there's a chance we do see them later on at some point. But hopefully for them and their careers, everything works out the best way possible.
As you mentioned, Birdsong did have a great year. Ended the season off contributing to that shutout we saw recently with his teammates. So I'm sure he's excited to end on a high note there.
Brown pokes it out to left, and it gets down. Montgomery pulls up at second, and it's a 1-out knock for Sam.
Now batting, UC Berkeley, shortstop number 10, Carson Crawford.
Well, if there's one thing we know about this team, it's that they are built to withstand a couple players leaving here and there. And this team is just so deep with all this talent, top to bottom. Here's a guy, Carson Crawford, who's really benefited from the uptick in at-bats.
Yeah, he has, and there's a lot of guys waiting for that opportunity to step up as the depth sort of shrinks a little bit. Gomes was even talking to the head coach of the Knicks about this, that even when they do lose some guys, that they have such a deep roster, they can not really skip a beat and fill in those spots with ease, and I think that's a really great thing. They also talked about the more consistent reps, as you just mentioned, for these other guys, these guys that will most likely be contributing to that playoff run, and so getting these opportunities now will sort of set up a solid lineup for the rest of the year.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 on for Carson Crawford. 0-2 breaks off the plate. Packers with a 7-run lead here in the 5th. This one skied to the left side and foul. 2-2 the count. Or 1-2 the count still, rather. Excuse me. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul towards Joey Gomes, positioned over there as the third base coach. So we'll see. This is somewhat of a turning point in the game. I mean, We know in these non-league games there's always the potential for a mercy rule. We don't know if that was agreed to or not, so I'm not going to speculate, but let's just say the bigger lead, the better.
Almost certainly. As you mentioned, there is that threat of the 10-run non-conference or mercy rule. We have seen times where teams have opted out of doing that. It would end after the top of the 7th if they can tack on a few more here.
Nice job by Carson Crawford. Fell behind 0-2 and now works the count back in his favor. It's 3-2.
This is something we see from so many Packers. It's just being able to work that count to their advantage.
Payoff pitch is in for a called third strike.
Now batting from St. Mary's, catcher number 7, Blake McDonald.
Strikeout might be a strikeout, but I think you always go back to the dugout feeling better about it than
Yeah. 2 on, 2 out for Blake McDonald. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes a big rip and chases the off-speed pitch out of the zone.
Thank you.
He was aiming for left field there. McDonald shoots this one into left, and it is caught out there for the 3rd out of the inning.
Well, this day in baseball history, 1941, Joe DiMaggio has the Yankees beat his hitting streak to 56 games. That would be snapped the next day. Joe DiMaggio finishes his 56-game hitting streak on this day in baseball history, 1941. Back coming to pitch for the Prune Packers from the University of Pennsylvania, Sardi. Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Knicks, third baseman number 29, Marco Martinez.
Hello and welcome back to the broadcast here on the Packers YouTube. I'm Hayden Weber alongside Andy Campbell.
Pitching the field on the top of the 6th, Ed Sardi comes on the mound. 15 strikeouts, a 2.87 ERA, and 15 and 2/3 innings pitched on the year.
Looking to preserve this 8-1 advantage for the Prune Packers. Jumps ahead 0-1 on Marco Martinez, who chased that next pitch, which was bounced at the plate. Tried to check a swing, couldn't do it in time, so the count's 0-2.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to go low again, check him here.
Ed saw a ton of appearances in the month of June. 6 times, was getting a lot of reps.
Next for the Knicks,
Martinez for
catcher number 14, Donnie left field.
And you know, it's nice when they're going to the guy over and over again. You know he's doing something right, and he's been coming out and he's been doing a great job. A lot of 1 and 2 inning starts.
Well, after June 29th, he didn't make his first appearance in the month of July until the 13th, Wednesday. First pitch to Ratfield's in for a strike. Ed's been pretty reliable this season. Usually good for a couple of strikeouts. He's gotten himself into a couple of jams here and there. Has sometimes some command issues, but he can come out and do this, get a lot, swing and miss. Gets ahead here on Ratfield 1 and 2.
You know, we see a lot of guys with averaging more than a strikeout per innings pitched. Sardi just hovering around even there. And so you can really call almost any pitcher for the Packers a strikeout pitcher as there's the second one of the inning.
Now batting first baseman for the Knicks, number 12. Correction, now batting number 32, Joey Taddy.
I believe we've had some sort of
Pinch hitter, yeah. First pitch runs inside. Looking for his third punch out. Pitch misses upstairs. Field to first. And he held up. Here's the pitch. Strike. One, two, the count. Looking to punch out the side here. Here's the pitch. Chop left side. Who's got it? It's Kramer. Fires the first in time. Really nice pitch over base. And Sardi retires the side in order. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-1 Packers.
Where it began, I can't begin to know, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Would have believed you'd come along. Touching hand, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline. night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with all
Leading up, Texas Tech, second baseman number 12, Zach Vuletic.
To the sixth, starting with Zach Vuletic. And still on the mound is Balashak. Gets ahead 0-1 on Zach.
Big double in his last at bat to make up for that double play in his first. So he can ride that momentum in this one.
Another action going on around the CCL North. The Crawdads are taking on the Sonoma Stoppers right now. This one's popped up. Shallow center, who's got it? And it's the shortstop, Camellia, for out number 1.
Now batting from Texas Tech, left fielder, number 18, Sam Hunt.
Crawdads up 3-1 on the Stoppers. The Stoppers just continue their slide. Solano Mudcats are in Lincoln taking on the Potters. The Potters are all over the Mudcats. It's 6-2 in the 5th. Here's Sam Hunt with 1 out.
And the Potters are climbing the CCL North standings. Let's take a look at them right now. Packers have a comfortable lead, but still looking to extend it. Not in this game, of course, as it's a non-conference game. Now the Packers starting to pull away a little bit. They're up by 4. Hunt lifts it up. Right side, shallow right field, and it's the second baseman, Tejada, who's got it for out number 2.
Dominating from UC Santa Barbara, center fielder, number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
It's the top of the time, Jared Sundstrom.
Can I take a minute, but I tell you I'm in it.
Absolute bomb to left field his last time out. And for Jared, he was a late roster addition last year. Got off to a hot start then and has carried over into this season where, not sure what's going on in the CCL South, but compared to some of the other players in the North, you could make an argument for league MVP. This one grounded over to third, and it gets past the glove of Martinez into left field.
Batting for the Prune Packers from Cal State Northridge, third baseman, number 6, Joe Raver.
Second error for the Nevada Knicks.
We talk about it frequently. Not a team to not capitalize on errors is the Packers, and you have to be able to play that tight defense if you want a chance at securing a win or at least a contested game.
Runner grounds it to the left side and foul. 1-1 the count. One lifted, shallow right center field, and it's a diving attempt over there, and it's not caught. Rounding third, coming home, it's Sundstrom. The throw is not in time. Well, Wyatt Davis laid out there. Couldn't come up with it. And Sundstrom was on his horse.
Tennessee,
That's why you hustle.
Blake
Was able to come to the score and give the Packers a 9-1 lead.
Tejada over there at second was ranging out. Looked like he might have a read on it. I'm not sure if he was called off and just underestimated how far it was hit, but right fielder ended up making an attempt and unfortunately not able to.
My head in here. So Kramer, the runner at first. 2 down for Blake Burke. A 3-run shot in the third, his 5th homer of the season. And that gave him the lead in the CCL for RBI. Pickoff move. Kramer's back in with the dive.
Joe Brown.
Well, there you go. It's Joe Brown over there running at first. Oh, 1 on the way. Fastball on the outside corner. And Burke falls behind 0-2. 2 down in the inning, 1 home. Peter misses way off the plate. 1-2 on the way. Burke hits a piece of it. Rolls towards the first base dugout. Blake in his 2nd year with the Packers. Last year he had just graduated high school. This year he's coming off a fantastic season at Tennessee.
And with the power, the size, the driving in runs capability, it's hard to believe he's only 19 years of age.
Burke gets a hold of it, sending it deep to center field, back, and at the track. It's hauled in out there by for out number 3. Packers get 1 home.
The Packers
Take
have
their
the
lead
number
up to
of
8
our
runs. It's 9-1. We'll be back with the 7th after the
from
break.
the state of Texas. Here's a few this day in history from the Texas League. In 1978, Tulsa's Dave Righetti strikes out 21 Midland batters in 9 innings. Of course, the Major League record, Kerry Wood and Roger Clemens, is only 20. Dave Righetti striking out 21 batters. And in 1988, in the longest game ever played in Texas League history, the San Antonio Missions beat the visiting Jackson Mets in 26 innings, 1-0, a game that lasted 7 hours and 23 minutes. This is history, 1988. Remember, our 7th inning is our last call inning for merchandise, Wicked Slush, all of our beer and wine. 7th inning, last call inning for all of the activity there in the foyer by the front gate.
So I hit my bottle and drank down my last swallow. Then he bought a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta play the right. You got to know when to hold.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Knicks, second baseman number 5, Nico Tejada.
You never count on your
Ed Sardi back on for his 2nd inning of work. Set to face the bottom of the Novato Knicks order, working with a 9-1 lead after Jared Sundstrom did a fantastic job running the bases, hustling it out after a shallow pop into right center, and came around to score after a diving attempt by Wyatt Davis out there. He wasn't able to field it cleanly, and had he been lollygagging it, Packers would have 1 less run on the board.
That's an important hustle. You like to see that. He's just not putting his work in the box, but also on the base passes. This one's lined into left center. The dive.
And it's not caught. So it's going to be a leadoff double for Nico Tejada.
Now batting for the Knicks, number 39, Braden Holiday.
So the Knicks get the leadoff man on for the first time since the 3rd inning. Excuse me, since the 2nd inning.
And that was a tough one right there. Nice gap hit. That's where he sort of missed outrun that one.
Fastball's in for a strike. Swing and miss. So correction, it was actually Wyatt Davis led off the fifth with a walk, but that was the first leadoff base hit for the Knicks since the second inning. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and an out for Ed Sardi. He's punched out his third batter of the ball game.
Now batting for the Knicks, number 1, Desmond Gates.
We're seeing a lot of swings in the dirt for Ed Sardi. I think a lot of that has to do with the vertical movement that he has from that release with the fastball. Got a lot of bite to it.
It's a foul tip on the first pitch to the pinch hitter Desmond Gates. Gates out of Sonoma State. The vast majority of the players on Nevada's roster hail either from the College of Marin or Sonoma State. Gates falls behind 0-2. Sardi looking for a second straight punch-out. Kicks and fires. This one gets away from McDonald. Tejada takes third.
That's a big situational difference from being able to score off of a hard hit ball to having to score off of a hit with only one out.
So the Nevada Knicks play in the Norm Thompson Pacific Baseball League. And as of right now, they're in first place in that division. This one grounded to the right side. Sliding attempt by Montgomery, can't come up with it. It gets into right field for a base hit. That'll score the runner from third, and it's 9-2.
Back next for the Knicks, number 28, Damon Hale.
And that is the second run to cross for the Packers thus far. The bullpen had previously been working shutout from relief.
Sardi can get out of the inning with a double play. First pitch to Damon Hale. There's a fastball in for a strike.
It is the top of the seventh, so if in effect the 10-run rule would be allowed now, but a couple runs short, could be looking for a walk-off.
Again, we have not received word if that's even a thing or not, or if either team has agreed to it. But the Knicks are hanging tight. This one grounded into right field, base hit. With Desmond Gates up there at second, and the Nevada Knicks have something cooking here in the seventh.
There's a quality way to...
Now coming to the plate for the Knicks, number 22, Riley Cronin.
Quality way to take the ball with you is on the outside part and just sort of try to do too much of it. A big gap there on the right side of the infield, and was able to extend this one.
Jared Noonan, pitching coach, taking a visit to the mound. And with that, pinch hitter for Brandon Herter is Riley Cronin. He's a right-handed hitter out of Oregon Tech. Two-way player. He's a right-handed pitcher and an outfielder. Well, the Knicks have already plated one run in this inning. Still with a threat. 2 on and 1 out. Ed Sardi looking to get out of the jam. First pitch to Cronin, misses high. Well, you've got the heart of the order coming up after Cronin. Amelia Martinez and Ratfield. Fastball's in for a strike.
And it's tough to be pitching with just one out, knowing that the lineup's not going to get any easier for you. He's going to be looking for a double play ground out here to stop it now.
Zardy checks the runner at second, fires home. This one's lifted into shallow right field. Coming in on it is Brown. And he's got it. Gates thought there were 2 outs and took off. So he's doubled off there at second to end the inning. Packers catch a break after the base running miscue. And it's 9-2.
So when the game
we'll be right back at the
enters
bottom
the
of the
seventh inning, we get an opportunity to see if we can coax Joe Gillette from his perch and come down and lead us in a little take me out to the ball game. But looks like we did.
All right, everyone, stretch. This is the 7th inning stretch, so stretch them. And sing. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with a crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. If I ever get back, we'll root for the Packers. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game at the game.
Thank you, Joe. As always, wonderful. Coming to pitch, Riley Phelan from the Knicks, number 34. Leading off from Missouri, first base 33, bottom of the 7th, Torrin Montgomery.
We're just after stretch time. It's the bottom of the 7th. Prune Packers up 9-2 on the Novato Knicks. Montgomery swings at the first pitch, lifting it to the right side near the foul line, and it gets down. Fell right into no man's land. The first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder all converged on it, and it fell right in between them. So it's a leadoff knock for Torrin Montgomery.
Talk about some good luck there, some sort of soft.
Now batting, there was the Portland right fielder, number 2, Sam Brown.
That Torrin Montgomery is yet to be retired. 2 for 2, couple of knocks, hit by a pitch and drew a walk. New pitcher on for the Novato Knicks is the lefty Riley Phelan, coming in relief of Alex Vallis. College of Marin. Here's Sam Brown. First pitch runs inside. Had to scoot out of the way of that one. Another one misses inside.
This is the 4th time we've seen Montgomery taking a lead over there at first. And it's been his last game. I'm sure he's happy with his offensive output this game.
Brown gets ahead 3-0. Sam's 2 for 3, 2 singles.
Percentage. We'll see if we can get one here.
And right on cue, draws a 4-pitch walk.
Next, you see Berkeley shortstop, number 10, Carson Crawford.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Carson Crawford's 1 for 3. Drove in 2 and came around to score in the 2nd. First pitch lays off outside.
And like you said, we've seen some more opportunity and has really lived up to it.
And Crawford saw quite a few reps in his first season at Cal as a freshman. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He won the third base job out of camp as a freshman. Made 21 consecutive the Golden Bears. One gets away from the catcher, and Montgomery takes third, and Brown moves up to second.
As you mentioned, only as a freshman, you don't see a lot of those guys getting that starting call when they're that young and with a new club, but he clearly proved his worth and has proven it here with the Packers as well.
3-1 on the way. Misses down low. That's back-to-back walks for the Packers against Felon.
Now batting, St. Mary's catcher number 7, Blake McDonald.
So we are just now at the 2-hour mark in this game, and the bases, yeah, considering the score. Base is full of Packers. Montgomery at third, Brown at second, Crawford at first. Still nobody out. Here's the 0-1 to Blake McDonald. Lays off the breaking ball off the plate.
And that's something we were talking about between innings, the difference between scoring runs off of a lot of homers and scoring runs off a lot of singles, doubles. It does go a little quicker. You don't strand as many runners. It's just more efficient scoring.
Remember covering a game at ASU a couple years ago. The final score was 18-7, but it was only a 2.5-hour game because it was all home runs. McDonald launches to left. It is back. It is gone. Grand slam, Blake McDonald. It's his 5th home run of the year, and that makes it 13-2.
Speak of his efficiency, his shot here, another home run for the Packers. Grand slam.
Now batting from Texas Tech, second baseman number 12, Zach Volitich.
So considering the game is still going on, we might be able to rule out the possibility of a 10-run mercy.
Vuletich grounds to third, and Martinez can't field it cleanly. Goes all the way into left field. Vuletich, he's headed to second. The throw is not in time.
Now back to Texas Tech left fielder, number 18, Sam Hunt.
And I like to see that after the big grand slam. Vuletich just not even letting up a nice early double for him.
And he hit it hard over there towards third. Martinez might not even have gotten a glove on it. First pitch to Sam Hunt runs inside.
They do call it the hot corner for a reason with a lot of the pull power that these guys have. You do see some high exit velocity to the left side of the field.
Swing and a miss. Hunt takes a big rip. It comes up empty. So since that is ruled a base hit for double of the ball game. Hunt can't connect there, and the count's 1-2. Sundstrom on deck. Next pitch from Felon. Here misses upstairs, and the count is full.
And just a hair high it was. That's a stone cold take from Sam Hunt.
Payoff pitch. Popped up right side and foul. Still no outs in the inning. 4 home for the Packers on the Blake McDonald grand slam. Vuletic the runner at second. It's 13-2. Count is full to Sam Hunt. The kick, the pitch. Grounds it right side and into right field. Vuletic rounds third. He's headed home. The throw is cut off, and it's 14-2 Packers.
Up batting from UC Santa Barbara, center fielder number 11, Jared Sundstrom.
We see this a lot with Packers games. Once you get into the later innings, they can just really crack it open and lay it up 5 in this inning. The CCL home run leader up to that with no outs still in the 7th.
Lays off the first pitch, and it's called a strike.
I think the umpire's trying to rush it along there. I think the umpire's trying to rush it along on that one. I think so. I'll take it.
There's the pitch from Felon. Another fastball on the outside corner is called a strike. 0-2 the count. Well, Jared had a 1 homer lead and then added to it. Now up by 2 on Joe Kramer. This pitch misses outside. Looking to maybe get it back up to 3 right here. Lights are on. Sun is setting. 1-2 on the way. This one misses for ball 2.
It's been more a whole lot faster than we see once teams recognize the power that some of our guys have. 2 of them able to find the zone, and 2 just driving off.
Swing and a miss. Sundstrom goes down on strikes for the first out of the 7th.
Robin from UC Berkeley, number 21, Joe Brown.
Joe Brown came in to pinch run for Kramer. And we'll see what he can do with this at bat here in the 7th.
First pitch misses upstairs. Joe Brown just graduated high school. He's headed off to Cal. Alumni of Petaluma High. This one popped up right side and foul.
Now has been put in the lineup with his brother Sam Brown.
Here's the 1-2 from Riley Felon. And it misses for ball 2. Ninth man to bat, Blake Burke stands on deck. Still with just 1 out here in the 7th. All third strike. Back-to-back punch-outs.
Back to Tennessee, number 20, Blake Bird.
What do you think, Andy? With a 12-run lead here in the 7th, don't want to call out the plate umpire too much, but we've seen a couple of questionable strike calls here.
And I think without a doubt, especially it being a non-conference game with this sort of blowout, that the zone might expand in order to speed things along for these last few reps.
For 4. Drove in 3 with the homer in the 3rd. Rounds this one right side. A sliding stop over there by Tejada. Throws to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Packers plate 5 runs and stake their lead to 12. It's 14-2. We'll be back with the 8th in just a moment.
Well, as we have noted, Recreation Park celebrated its 100th anniversary last year. 101 years old. The bleachers that we are sitting in were also created in 1921. They were at the Patati Speedway, brought up here in 1923. These have been up here for 99 years. And of course, the sponsors back in the day would put all of their paintings on the wooden fences that were up there. Today we put up banners and thank all of our 2022 sponsors, including our future sponsors. For the Prune Packers from the University of Utah, number 4, Aiden Lombardi. Leading off the top of the 8th inning for the Knicks, number 9, Anthony Familia.
Eighth inning, and the Packers a 14-2 lead on the Novato Knicks. Prune Packers going for their 21st win in 22 games at home. This will be their 18th consecutive win at Rec Park, and then 6th straight win overall if they can shut the door. And got a new guy on the mound. First pitch grounded to short, and it's not fielded cleanly, and Familia reaches. So the pitcher on is Aiden Lombardi.
The batting for the Knicks, number 21, Lucas Schaefer.
If that sounds familiar, it's because he pitched for the Santa Rosa A's. He actually started that game at shortstop against the Prune Packers on 4th of July. So Aiden Lombardi making his Prune Packers debut. Welcome to the Bird.
Welcome, welcome, and there's that flexibility we're talking about with the college ball organization. A little less strings attached. You can sort of go as you please. And that might be something that we look forward to as the roster sort of changes come down the pike. As you mentioned, Joe Kramer and Jared Sunshine arrived late last year, and so you could be looking for some new roster additions to really add some pop into this lineup.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Luke Schaefer, the pinch hitter. And this is upstairs. Sundstrom and Kramer were both members of the Santa Rosa A's. Somewhat of a farm squad for the Prune Packers. And also a Santa Rosa A, as this one misses off the plate, was Jake McCoy, who has now played for 3 teams this summer. McCoy started with the A's, then came to the Prune Packers, and is now with the Sonoma Stompers. Have a summer, Jake McCoy. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's in for a called 3rd strike. There you go, strikeout number 1 for Lombardi.
Right field.
There's Donnie Ratfield. He's 1 for 3. Well, we haven't obviously seen too much of Lombardi. He didn't pitch against the Prune Packers on the 4th. Like we mentioned, he was at short. And he's got some good zip to his fastball.
That he does, and he's looking solid so far. We talked about it Prune Packers are great to elevate a pitching staff with these big leads, and so we'll be seeing what he's capable of on the mound here in the 8th.
Peter runs high and tight, 2 under Ratfield.
And that's not the first one, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. A little bit of trouble locating that heater with that release point.
This one misses upstairs. Three-1 the count. Now back to the screen. The count's full.
Second full count of the inning. We got the punch out on the last one. Let's see what we can do with it this time around.
And I can tell by the Boston College catcher's gear that Liam Little is filled in behind the plate. And the 3-1 runs inside, and Lombardi walks Ratfield. Moving up to second.
Batting, number 32, Joey Taddy.
Here's Joey Taddy out of the College of Marin. Another chance for the Knicks to mount a comeback.
Again, working that high cheese to perfection over the swing hard to get your hands to the bat when it's that high.
Second straight inning that the Knicks have had multiple runners on base. And Taddy is having a hard time catching up to the Lombardi fastball at 7-2.
And if he can keep working that location, and maybe he mixes it up, either way, good chances for a strikeout here.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the middle of Little. And Lombardi's got his second strikeout.
Batting for the Knicks, number 5, Nico Tejada.
Two on, two out for Nico Tejada here in the top of the 8th. Prune Packers up 14-2. Lombardi comes set, checks the runner at second, fires. Pitch breaks off the plate, and the count's 1-0. Tejada's had a multi-hit night. He's 2 for 3. This one hit into shallow right, and Brown can't make the play. That'll score 1. Here comes another. He'll score. Going into third is Tejada, and the Novato Knicks are back within 10. It's 14-4.
That was a big swing right there, and just wasn't able to keep it in front as he sort of
Now batting for the Knicks, number 39, Braden Holiday.
We got a stand-up triple to show for it. Perhaps ruled as a single E9, double E9.
Do not have an official ruling yet on that, but here's Braden Holiday. Fastball misses high, 1-0 the count. This one popped up. Out of play. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Finds the inside corner. 1-2 the count. One, two on the way. Hit hard, left field. Going back on it and catching it is Hunt for out number 3. Couple come around to score for the Knicks here in the 8th.
Well, once again, we want to tip our caps to all the All-Stars that are heading down for the All-Star game, the Showcase All-Star game Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Joe Kramer, Jared Sundstrom, Jake Holcroft, Jonas Sebring, Kimball Schuessler, Blake Burke, Sam Stottenborough, Kaden Noah, Morgan White, We're going to put the information up on our website as soon as we get some of the details. It's going to be on Valley Sports TV. Hopefully we can find ways to have that be able to be accessed right up here. But tip of the cap to these 9 collegiate Prune Packers. Good job, gentlemen. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning for Missouri, number 33, Prune Montgomery.
Yo, Weezy, you ready? Yeah. Get it into the sunrise. Going 90 in a 65.
Warren Montgomery up there to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Final Packers opportunity with this big lead, most likely.
First pitch swinging, pops it up, right side, and it goes out of play. You can kind of see Torrin taking it all in one last time.
Just moving around the field.
Hits this one hard, but right to the shortstop, Familia, for out number 1.
Now batting from University of Portland, number 2, Sam Brown.
Titus the last night of Warren Montgomery. It certainly was a quality way to end it. Made it to base 4 times. 2 walk, being a walk, single.
I can't wait till I see you again.
Here's Sam Brown. 2 for 3 with the walk. Looks at a strike there. So next up for the Packers, they'll be at Walnut Creek tomorrow at noon, and then head off to Sonoma on Monday. And then after that, it's the 2-day CCL Showcase break. And they're right back here that next Thursday against the Lincoln Potters. Two on the count. Here's the pitch. And it's in for a strike. The 2-2. Brown drives it to left. And it hits up off the wall. Brown rounds first, is headed to second. Takes a big round and will stay there for a 1-out double.
Batting from UC Berkeley, number 10, Carson Crawford.
You know, a lot of bobbling out there in left, but luckily in left field, no real threat of the runner going to the triple. Stand-up double, though.
One down, Brown at second. Here's Carson Crawford. So like we mentioned with all the, or not with all the, but with a couple of moves happening on the roster, should give way to a couple of new exciting faces over the next week or so.
That's what we're hoping for, and it also gives the opportunity for these guys to set up. We've seen with Sam Hunt and Sam Brown sort of when given the opportunity filled into their roles nicely. I think we're just beginning to see what the current Prune Packers roster is capable of.
There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 to Crawford. One foul back. Ricochets off the roof of the grandstands onto the roof of the first base dugout. Good take for Carson Crawford, and the count's full. Packers have plated 14 runs on 13 hits. They've committed 2 errors. And the Knicks, 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. Here's the payoff. Sky to the right side and foul. Just a couple of non-league games left for the Packers after this. This one's in for a called third strike. Crawford has punched out looking for the
batting for Boston College, number 5, Liam Little.
As you mentioned, the non-league opportunities to get in the rec is sort of winding down, but that potential non-CCL sweep is still up for grabs.
Here's Liam Little with 2 down. Takes a strike on the inside corner. So those 2 games coming up. Excuse me, 3 non-league games left. Little fouls it back to the screen. Next one comes in about a week on the 22nd against the West Coast Kings. That'll be next Friday. And then the following Friday, it'll be the San Francisco Seals, and then the Santa Rosa A's on the 31st. Swing and a miss. Down goes Little, and that'll end the inning. Packers leave a man at second. It's 14-4.
Packer fans,
The top of the ninth.
The Packers will be playing tomorrow at noon in Danville, Montevideo High School against the Crawdads, Sunday, July 17th. And on Monday, they'll be heading over to Sonoma at Arnold Field to play the Stompers. And of course, back right here next Thursday against the Lincoln Potters, 6 o'clock Thursday. Next home game next Thursday, 6 o'clock. We'll be on the road for a couple of days after today.
The righty Sam Sitzman. Another recent roster addition, making his Prune Packer debut. First pitch to Desmond Gates was off the plate for ball 1. Now this is more of a traditional sidearm arm slot here. Kind of a different look out of the bullpen.
I would say so. Versatility here. Something I'm noticing early on from this is that there's sort of a little tap into the pocket of the glove during the windup. You notice here.
Falls behind 3-0.
That could probably be just to get your bearings for the pitch, feeling good about your arm. So yeah, you can feel all those nerves in there, get the right release.
There's a strike. Yeah, I've seen a few pitchers do that at the major leagues. One that comes to mind is former Royals closer Greg Holland. He wasn't a sidearmer, but he used to do 2 taps in the glove before he delivered to the plate. Or rather, during his delivery, I should say. Full count to Gates. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him. Sitzman comes back down 3-0 to strike out Gates for his first punch out as a Prune Packer.
And as you're talking about that sort of double clutch delivery, I think it could be very helpful for a lot of pitchers. Just the more that you can add to your pitching routine for consistency, the more that you'll be able to consistently find the zone. If this is something that works for him, and works for him pounding the zone, I don't see why not.
First pitch to Hale bounces. Hale's one of 2 Novato Knicks to have multiple hits in this game. He's gone 2 for 4. Potential last man standing, Riley Cronin on deck. Here's the 1-1. Slider breaks outside. 2 on the count. Two batters, 2 3-ball counts for Sitzman. Here's the pitch. Misses low. It's a 1-out walk.
Now batting, number 22, Riley Cronin.
No balls, 1 strike to Riley Cronin. He flew into a double play in his first appearance. Pinch hit for Brandon Herter back in the 7th. Takes a pitch downstairs. And Liam Little behind the plate. We haven't seen a lot of him back there this year, but is a tremendous defensive catcher. And when I was calling one of the games in Walnut Creek, I was talking to one of their interns who I guess played with Liam Little and said he just had one of the best arms he's ever seen on a baseball field. And just absolutely everybody was scared to run on him. It's a shame that more teams don't try to do it so we can see some good throws from Liam Little. As that one gets a piece of Cronin. So he will take first, and he'll take second.
Now batting for the Knicks, number 9, Anthony Pavilla.
And you know, I think he is a really great, tenacious defender, and as you mentioned, that great cannon of an arm. And I think it says a lot about Packers catching that he's sort of the third string in this operation. We saw a little bit more action in last time around, sort of split time with Kimball Schuster, but now being a very reliable third option to give rest to the other 2 guys in McConnell and Schuster.
Here's Anthony Pamilio, 1 down, 2 on. Lovato trailing by 10 runs. It's been a little bit of a rocky maiden voyage here for Sam Sitzman. Back-to-back new guys trying to make an impression. And as we've learned, nothing's set in stone. We've seen some new additions not stick, namely Jake McCoy, Chris Santiago, a couple of guys that had a little cup of coffee and were quickly off the roster in a matter of days. So we'll see what the plan is with these guys. There's a strike, and Sitzman gets ahead on Camilio 1 and 2.
And you know, so far as of late, recent additions have been pretty important for the Packers, so we're hoping to see a little bit more length in their stay here in Hillsburg.
Here's the 1-2. And Camillia just pokes his bat out there and just does get a piece of it to stay alive.
Far, far outside, but had already committed to the swing, able to just hit the barrels of that for that ball to keep us all alive.
Here's the 1-2. Backhand stop for Liam Little. Keeps the runners at bay, and the count's 2-2.
And that's a difficult stuff to make, as I mentioned, with the backhand, especially with a catcher's glove, sort of one of the stiffer gloves that you can have out there, but still able to find the web right there.
Here's the pitch. Hit to the right side, and a backhand stop by Vuletic goes to second for one in time for the fourth. Really nice play over there by Vu at second.
Now batting, number 21, Lucas Schaefer.
I'm really surprised he went two there. He sort of, with his motion and just where he was located in the infield, looked like going to one, but now he still has the force here, if need be.
Grounds this one to third, and it's a foul ball. Luke Schaefer, last man standing. 2 down here in the ninth.
Looked like it could have been the end there, maybe just an inch or two away from being the end. So now only 2 strikes left.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And it gets a piece of Schaefer, and that'll load up the bases. Not what you're trying to do right there.
Batting next for the Knicks, number 14, Danny Ratfield.
You've seen that struggle, a couple walks, a lot of 390s given, and when you're trying to close out a blowout like this, sort of mop up this game, you do kind of want to be a little bit more efficient. We'll see if we can get this guy here.
First pitch to Donnie Ratfield is in for a strike. Ratfield's reached twice and came around to score both times. Sitzman misses downstairs. Count evens up at 1-1. Standing on deck is going to be Joey Taddy. He's 0 for 2. Another backhanded stop by Liam Little. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, those big stops are going to be important to strain these 3 guys here. Keep this ERA intact and stay pitcher.
Chop foul, and a nice play made by Blake Burke over there behind the home dugout.
Nice little snag. Spikes it onto the ground after that good fielding effort.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the ninth. Packers up 14-4. Here's the pitch. Popped up, right side moving over is Montgomery. Who
makes his way to the trash.
Yeah, he was on a dead sprint over there, leaving it all on the line in what is potentially his last game. Big smile on his face.
And I respect that extra effort, as you mentioned, the potential last game as a Packer.
That is ready. Here's the 2-2. On the way. Grounded to third. Brown's got it. He's going to step on the bag at third for the fourth. And that'll end the ball game.
Blue Packers. Big round of applause for the Nevada Knicks and the Lisbon Blue Packers. Great game tonight. Thanks for coming out tonight and supporting all of those collegiate athletes. Much appreciated. Hope to see you right here next Thursday with our next home game against the Lincoln
Well, there you
Potters.
go. 6 straight wins for the Packers. 18 in a row at home. They finish off the 4-game homestand sweep with the 14-4 win on the Nevada Knicks. Andy, what do you make of this one?
Well, you know, it was pretty much a blowout through and through. Found some No real run trouble throughout. The bullpen performed pretty solidly, and the offense was there. We had a lot of home runs. Jared Sunstrom reaching that 10 home run mark, a big milestone for him. And overall, the team was just looking solid as they always do.
That was nice to see Blake Burke get back in the home run column as well. The 3-run shot now leads the CCL in RBI. And the boys are still hot. They've lost track of how many straight double-digit run games they put up now. It's just every night you can come in and expect this team to absolutely rake up and down the order. Andy, any pick for player of the game here tonight?
You know, I think just for the sake of it, I think we got to give it to Prune Montgomery. His last game played phenomenally, offensively, made it to the first 4 times. You know, there were a lot of great players here. It's hard to choose, you know, with a lot of home runs and a lot of offensive output. But that was a really great way, you know, to end off your Prune Packers career. We wish him the best of luck in the draft. Prune Montgomery, player of the game.
Absolutely. Final stats for him tonight. He went 2 for 3, was hit by a pitch, and also walked. He came around to score twice. Excellent job, Prune Montgomery. Have yourself a career. Like you mentioned, good luck to him and to all our other Packers who are off pursuing their dreams. And we hope to see even more guys make it to the big league level. And that'll do it for tonight's ball game. Once again, final score 14-4 Prune Packers over the Nevada Knicks. I want to thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and we will bring you tomorrow's 12 o'clock game at the Walnut Creek Crawdads on Knicks. From Rec Park and for Andy Campbell, I'm Hayden Weber.